Okay, so it's our second day here and our second full day here, and then we're off to breakfast. We woke up pretty early today so that we can go to the hotel breakfast because it's in the courtyard where they play mahjong. So we wanted to see that, and then our guide is going to pick us up for the day, and we have a 7-hour private tour around Penang.
Nice part of Bangkok.
I don't know where you came from, but this road is yours to trail, made to mold into a song that's sung before your day.
I wonder if it won't be.
So you found the beat, the melody, the words to lift your soul. You were made with love. You were made with love. You were made with love for this world. Silence speaks under our feet. The roots signal across the land. Oh, these cosmic plans vibrate, sending souls for helping hands. So you sow the seed and let it breathe until.
Okay, so for our second full day in Penang, we actually decided to hire a private driver. It was about $80 USD, but it was just so hot the day before. We had already planned this, and honestly, he was a tour guide and a driver. He was actually a software engineer, but then he does this in his free time, so it was actually really cool and interesting to just kind of see what a normal person would do. We started off at Cecil Market and had this duck kway teow, and it was absolutely so incredible. This place was so cool. I highly recommend you guys check it out because it's sort of like a local hub where you can buy ingredients as well as fill up on food. We got this curry noodle, and what was so interesting is that this one came with both thick and thin noodles. It also came with a deep fried dough fritter, which I had never seen before. We also tried this jawami. This I had never had in Singapore. I'd never even heard of it. And then we also had some assorted kueh. Honestly, it was such a great way to kick off the morning, and then we decided to head into the city of Penang where there's a ton of street art and cool crafts and just vibey, good, hippie energy. There are so many aesthetic, Instagrammable spots, and Emmanuel, our tour guide, took us to all of them. Street art and graffiti culture is really big here, which I had no idea about before, but it was so interesting. He also took us to the longest cafe in Penang, so this tour was sort of a combination of random curiosities and eclectic spaces. It was so just fascinating and something that we definitely wouldn't have done on our own. So here's an example of one of the really famous street arts. It's a mixture of 3D and 2D art. You can take pictures and interact with it, and it was just, really cool. Next up, we went to the Chu Jetty. There are lots of different jetties, but we decided to go to this one. This is a really important part of Penang's culture and history. We'll explain a little bit more about it later, but it was just a really cool place to see traditional and modern blending together.
Exactly. Clan Jetty? Oh yes. So we're just at the Clan Jetties. Clan Jetties are a set of sort of houses built on the coast on top of stilts to avoid the water. We just finished touring the Clan Jetties.
Okay, so We just went to the clan jetties, which are basically like these towns that are built on the water, and our guide was telling us that they're like the Chinese that immigrated but were poor, so wanted to avoid like land tax, so then they built their houses on like strips like this, and now there's only 7 left, and a lot are like already sort of like deteriorating, so it's definitely like something to see before it's gone.
I'm so far away from home, in this desert of regrets. Never thought that I would have to let you go. Tell me, how can I forget? If I could travel back in time, I'd lay a blanket full of stars to brighten up the darkness of our sleepless nights. I'd find a way to make you smile, but I will break your fall, even if you don't love me, even if you don't love me. I will break your fall, even if you don't love me, even if you don't love me. Like water in my hands, I guess there's nothing left to say. Never thought that I would have to let you go. I wish that I could make you stay.
Okay, next up on our stop was Penang Air Itam Laksa. I don't know if I completely butchered that, but you have to go. This place was so incredible. I cannot explain to you like the depth of flavor. This was probably one of my favorite things that we ate in Penang. We also had it with this refreshing bowl of chendol. It had corn and beans, which was super interesting considering it's a sweet dish. But this laksa was like a tangy, meaty bowl of absolute heaven. It was almost stewed and like thick but also watery at the same time. I am not doing it justice describing it. All I can say is that you have to go. It is such a unique food experience. I haven't had anything like it. Then next we went to the Shangwu hawker stalls because I'd been telling Emmanuel that I love char kway teow. So we took us to this one really like local gem that is this char kway teow stall here. It is so smoky and literally charred. It tastes so good and it's so simple but all you need. I could eat here every single day for lunch and never get tired of it. After this, we were pretty full, so we drove around the island some more and we got to see like the beaches and the more tropical elements. We then headed back to the Blue Mansion, said goodbye to Emmanuel, and then I don't know why, but we ate some more. Overall, it was such a great time with him and I would highly recommend you doing this.
So we just finished the tour. It was a really exhausting but fun 7 hours. So
It was like 8 hours long. Yeah.
So thank you to Emmanuel with Airbnb experiences. Where are we off to next?
We're gonna go to Kimberley Night Market, or like street market, which has a lot of like hawker foods and really good duck noodles that we've heard about. So yeah, I'm gonna try that out. So we came back from Kimberley Street and the duck noodles were actually fire. They were so good. But now we're going to real dinner at Aurinia by Farquhar Mansion. Sounds very like Shrekky farquhar, but apparently it's like really good. It's like a chef's surprise tasting menu. There's not a lot of fine dining here in Penang, and honestly, like, I don't know, we just thought we'd try it, but like the street food is really good. You don't have to like drift or vary away from it, but just thought we'd try it out. We just discovered that the dress code is no shorts.